Let me get my hat. I can't lose my hat. It's a big part of the channel. So we're just doing a lot of work today, guys. So we're going to look at the prices of some cryptocurrencies on this episode. We are going to look at some different stocks. DJT is up to 1505 now. This is the big winner for today. Good stuff. So Donald Trump Media is merging with another company that's involved in energy, data storage, technology, whatever the heck they're saying. But apparently it's going to be a good merger. They're merging with a private company, and it caused the stock to basically go up 43% today. And I told you guys, Trump DJT was really cheap at 10 bucks. I loaded up on some options and some stock. That's how you do it. That's how you do it, guys. It's at 1504. So I'm here to answer your questions, answering questions today, trying to make some money on here. Let's go. Time to get excited about your lives, guys. Time to get excited about making money. Man, I love talking to you guys. You guys are the best. If you want to make some money, you've come to the right channel. But of course, we all know the best investment, the safest investment is the precious metals. Always was and always will be. And yes, it is beating the Dow Jones, the S&P 500, the NASDAQ. Even though everyone said it wasn't, now it is. So you can see that when these newbies speak, what they say, it is soon to become irrelevant. So, because they are all hating on gold. Now, everything that they say is irrelevant to me. If they miss the gold and the silver, and that tells me that they don't know what the heck they're talking about, guys. You got to join up with a channel that's honest, that believes in pumping gold, silver, and cryptocurrency. I always follow the money. Okay, guys, you got to hook up with a channel where they follow the money, not where they just pump up cryptos for their donors. You know what I mean? So, guys, join up, hit that subscribe button, and join my Patreon. The Patreon is the best way for you to go. It's the best thing that you can do right now in your life. Do you sit to poop? No. Good afternoon from Lakewood, Florida. Are you top or bottom? Neither. Hey, can you shout out my friend, Gabe? Hey, Gabe. Can you say, yeah, give me a super chat. If you want me to shout anyone out, you got to give me a super chat, guys. Thanks, dude. Army Cats. Yeah. If you guys want me to shout out anyone, just throw me a couple $100 or whatever, and then I'll shout them out for you. Would you rather watch well, if you want me to say this stuff, you got to give me a donation, guys. I'm not stupid. I'm not going to freaking say this stuff and get a chance at getting banned for you just to throw it out there for nothing. You got to give me some money, guys. Let's go. Let's go. So, can you shout out? You got to give me a super chat, bro. If you want me to shout anybody out. I'm not going to shout just random people out for nothing. You know, I'm trying to help people here. I'm trying to help people get rich, not financial advice. Couple $100 to say anyone's name. That's wild work. Yeah, that'd be wild for me. That'd be good. That'd be good. This guy's homeless. How do you have a phone then? You can afford a phone living on the streets? You're a functioning. Hey, thanks for that. Yes, we're making some money, guys. And in fact, we are going to do a live workout today, okay? We are going to do a live workout. I'm just taking my energy drink, and I'm going to have this drink for some carbohydrates. You got to have carbs. I just saw one video of a guy, and he said, oh, so he was talking with people at the gym, and he gets mad when someone says, I'm trying to bulk up. I'm taking 400 grams of protein a day. He gets mad at that because protein doesn't build muscle. That's what he said. Guys, protein does build muscle. But then he said he gets happy when someone says, I'm eating 400 grams of carbs. I'm trying to bulk up. That's true. Carbs are protein sparing, but they do not build muscle. Protein is what builds muscle. But yeah, it's a very important thing to note that. So if you're trying to bulk up, you need both carbs and protein. If you try to gain muscle without carbs, it's going to take longer. It's going to be harder to do. Okay? But yes, you can build muscle on a low carb diet, especially if you're new, and especially if you focus on the heavy compound movements. Okay? Which is what I do. I eat kind of a low carb diet, but I focus on the heavy compound movements as much as I can. Do you know carbs give energy, proteins build muscle? Exactly. Carbs are protein sparing. So you're going to burn through the carbs during your workout rather than your own tissue, you know. So you got to, I believe in carbing up, carb loading. Just don't take too much, you know. And you should have complex carbs. Protein is what tissue is built from. Yeah, exactly. I don't know what that guy was talking about. He is high-functioning TISM. I am very high-functioning TISM. Protein builds it back. Sorry, off topic, but nice shirt. I just applied for a job at Best Buy. Yeah, dude, come work with me, bro. I can show you the ropes. I'll teach you about the TVs, the quantum dots, and the freaking string theory TVs, whatever there is, you know. The tube TV. I'll teach you everything you need to know. I got food poisoning from Chili's in 1973 and threw my underwear away in the trash and never told anyone. Well, you told me now, bro. Now I know how stupid you were. You dumped in your pants. That's sad. That's a sad story, bro. That's disgusting. You should not have told me. You should not have told me, because now I'm going to hold that against you. A snowy man. Now you're going to be the poopy boy. Snowy man. More like poopy man. Where's the gang at? My gang, they're at their house. He's over at his house, and my other buddy is at his house. And then my other dude, sometimes I wonder, you know, I sit here late at night, 4 a.m, studying stocks, researching for YouTube. And sometimes I wonder what other people are doing. It's like, I know I'm the only one up at night. I'm the only one that has my nose to the grindstone. I'm the only one that's trying to find all these best stocks. Everybody else, they're asleep. They're just counting the sheep over their head, you know. And I'm actually putting in that work. All right, guys. I pooped my pants for the first time earlier this year. Had to join the club eventually. Yeah, you better join the club, bro. Good job. Good job, bro. Snowy Man Gain Commando. You are so tough. You have the whole fit check. Should I sell my silver? That's a good question. Okay. Well, you should not ask me. You know, I can tell you what I think. I'll tell you what I think. I should just save that stuff for the Patreon. But in truth, I will tell the Patreon members personally when I'm selling. I will not tell you guys when I'm selling. But should you sell it now is your question. First, that's up to you. Okay. But remember, guys, this is the big breakout. This has been over 300 years in the making. This has been over 3,000 years in the making. The big breakout is not going to be some baby breakout. Okay. They're going to try to shake you out all the way up to the top. Okay. So they want you to sell your silver so that bigger players can get richer. The rich can get richer and the poor can get poorer. You know, if you sell your silver, you're going to stay in the freaking poorhouse, bro. You're going to stay in the poorhouse. What I say is yes, when the time comes, you can sell some silver. But what I prefer to say is that you should never sell your silver, only sell your silver ETF, okay, which is called AGQ. Okay, you should all own AGQ because I told you guys to buy it. AGQ. I told all of you to buy it. So you better have it. Okay, you better have it. Because if you have AGQ, you don't need to sell your silver. You can just sell your AGQ and hold your physical. That's what I believe in. We should not sell our physical. We should only sell our silver ETFs and our silver stocks when the time comes. Now that's the best, that's really the best advice I can give you, is that hold your physical, just hold it and give it to your kids. You should not sell your physical. If you want to make some money, get in on these stocks with me on the ground floor. Okay? The list of gold and silver penny stocks, I found out the best ones. I've been researching this stuff night after night after night. Okay? I stayed up till 4 in the morning last night trying to find the best gold and silver penny stocks for you guys. All the ones with the low float, low share count, best projects, most gold in the ground. And these are for the mania phase, when gold hits that $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 level, which most of you don't believe will happen. Fools. You know, most of you don't even think that's going to happen. But these are for the mania phase. When that does happen, these stocks are going to go, I predict, 10 to 80x. Some will do better than 80x. Some will do worse. Okay? But when it comes to the picking the gold and silver penny stocks, you have to buy many different ones because you don't know which one's going to do that 100x. You don't guarantee, there's no guarantee that you're going to know. So that's, yeah, we've got to spread our money around. So I personally own about 20 gold and silver penny stocks. I believe this is the move. This is the next move, the gold and silver penny stocks. This is it. Okay. And crypto. We got to talk about crypto today because it is on sale. Crypto is on sale. Never forget that. Okay. Although one time in high school, I ate those extra hot Cheetos and I almost dumped my pants on the way to the homie's pad. That would have been embarrassing. Do not sell silver. See, there's a smart guy. Serve. Do not sell silver. Do not sell your physical metal. No, never. You never have to. I like to say only the poor will sell. Only the foolish will sell. Okay? You should be, if you want, you could sell some of your junior mining stocks, you know, like I Am Gold. That one skyrocketed. That was on my list too. I told all you guys to buy that at like $1. Now it's at $16. I made a ton of money. Okay? So next time, are you going to listen to me? No, I know you're not going to. You never listen to me. We only have a very few people that really follow this channel and listen very closely. Most of them are haters, but that's okay. The haters will actually become some of my biggest supporters, but it just takes a long time, you know, and it's very demoralizing for me to go on this journey. And it's also exciting too, you know, because with all the bad that comes in from the haters, we get a lot of good too. We get a lot of good comments. Like that guy that he said, don't sell silver. That was a good guy. This breakout was promised to us 3,000 years ago. Yes, I believe so. 3,000 years ago. This was coming. We did not know that, you know, human society would form into the United States and that they would start to use a fiat currency and that they would take us away from silver. But that is how it happened. Okay, this move was promised to us years and years and years and years ago. And this silver move is going to be insane. Okay, you've seen nothing. You've seen nothing yet. New battery technology was just approved using silver, which will blow silver up. Lithium will be dropped. Yeah, as you can see, the lithium already tanked. It completely collapsed. And silver is starting to come alive. I think silver is going to do what lithium did a few years ago. Silver is going to go up to freaking $300. Okay? So, can you just, no hate. Who broke your nose? Nobody. My nose is fine. It's just a pimple right there. So, I saw you in my special ed class. Really? Was that Mrs. Best's class? No, I wasn't in special ed. 1,000 Bitcoin donated. Okay, thank you, dude. Thanks for that 1,000 Bitcoin, bro. Yeah, I'll just when that money comes in, I'll use it for something. Okay, thank you. You really read the comments and didn't smooch or say no. Call 911. What's in? Guys, we got to get serious here. Come on, someone give a super chat. Let's go. Super chat. Let's go, guys. Silver 150 plus. Yeah, for sure. I think silver could hit 150 to 200 in 2026 because of the momentum and just because this is the breakout. You know, this is it. How do we know that this is the big one? Because it broke out of its structure. We study structures on this channel. Cup and handle. That's how we know this is the big one. We also know this is the big one because the supply deficits have been compounding. We have a massive deficit on silver, okay? There's not enough silver, and they can't ramp up production fast enough, okay? Give him a little stream smooch. I don't smooch. I do not smooch, okay? Please don't say that. All right, everybody, hit that subscribe button. Hit that subscribe button. Help me out. So gold moving back up a little bit, 4,338, 43.38. This is good, guys. Let's get our money, 43.38. I'm loving gold right now. I'm loving gold. Jesus is coming. Yeah. Jesus will be here sometime. But the Bible says no man knows the day or the hour. But we can, I believe, know the season. And as a matter of fact, the planets are there for us for signs and seasons, you know? And there's going to be signs of the return of Christ. And I think we are witnessing a lot of those signs right now. Think about it. The explosion in technology, AI, the explosion in knowledge all over the world. This is all predicted in the Bible, you know? So I think Jesus could come back in 5 years, maybe 10 years, 20 years, or he could come back in 200 years. Don't know. But I think it could be soon. It could be in the next 5 years. It could be. And so you have to be ready. You got to become a Christian, you know? Got to become a Christian. Best Buy, respect, Chief. I don't work there. I used to. I just keep it for the show. I used to work there. I loved it. I just did. The management was not very good. They were, you know, they're not very intelligent. And they didn't have a lot of skills or experience. And they were also very arrogant. They thought that they were know-it-alls, you know. So Best Buy has the very, very poor management. And I'm willing to bet that many Best Buys also have poor management. And that's why the one went out of business. All right. In the end, won't know one season from the next season. Touche. 1 Tola silver price, 2027, 35K. I got the Best Buy merch. Yeah. It's so sad. You a lot know it was supposed to be back before all the disciples died. You lot, do you know? No, Jesus wasn't supposed to come before the disciples died. He told the disciples that he's coming soon. He said, behold, I am coming soon. What is soon? Apparently it's not that soon, okay? But he did give us signs. He told us he's coming soon, so we should be wary of, remember, he told the disciples that, and they recorded it in the Bible. So we can see the Bible, and it says, Jesus says, I am coming soon. That's there for us. So we can see that Jesus says he's coming soon. Wasn't necessarily for the disciples, okay? When Jesus said he's coming soon, wasn't necessarily for them. It was for our nation, the United States, and for China in the modern era, you know? This is the most important time with the massive explosion in population, okay? You got to understand. Jesus wants the maximum number of people to get to heaven. You only get that by having a much larger population. That's why the Bible says, be fruitful and multiply. You can only get the maximum number of people going to heaven by there being more people. Technology is detrimental to humanity, where machinery was and is helpful to humanity. Well, technology can help humanity if you use it correctly. The problem is they're not going to use it correctly. They're going to use it to take our jobs, okay? So technology is very good for humanity if used correctly. But the problem is evil people and greedy companies are the ones that are controlling the technology. Okay, so there's always going to be corruption. Which Pokemon is your favorite? Scyther. What about the trillion on trillion of deaths since humans started? Yeah, a lot of people have died, yes. The CT scanner saved my life last week. Yeah, technology is good, yes. When it's used correctly. I bet you had to overpay to get that scanned. You had to overpay. They jack up the prices because they know insurance will cover it. So it's still evil, but it saved you, yes. I'm back like I never left. Thank you, dude. Legion. Professor Oak. Discard your hand, draw 7 cards. Oak was one of the best cards, yeah. Sometimes those basic cards, the Oaks, the Bills, the Scoop Up, the Gust of Winds, those were the best. Especially the Gust of Winds. Because you could take one of your opponent's cards, switch it with someone on his bench, and then boom. And then you could do a switch my guy with my different guy, and then boom. Freaking bring up a Charizard. You know what I mean? Just destroy people. Professor Oak was the best because, yeah, you discard your hand. What you do is when you get a Professor Oak, you use up every single card in your hand. Then you use the Oak. Discard your hand, draw 7 new cards. Yeah, Oak is the most insane. Professor Elm, though, is really good, too. With the Professor Elm, you shuffle your hand back into your deck, and then I think you actually draw like 8 cards or something like that. It's 7 or 8. But yeah, Professor Elm, very, 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 very good. Okay? What's your favorite activity besides YouTube? I love doing YouTube. Working out. Other than YouTube, I like to work out. George Floyd will accept your prayers if you pray to him. No, you do not pray to George Floyd. That's stupid. Do not pray to George Floyd. Do not do that. Do not do that. So, Flex. Give me a donation. Give me a donation. We're going to do a live workout here soon, if we can get enough donations coming in. So, time to gear up for the workout. Get some carbs. Lots of carbohydrates. Anyway, stop waiting and read Old Testament. You're waiting for a bus that ain't coming. Well, oh yeah, we don't live by the Old Testament, so you actually don't have to read the Old Testament, you know. If you never read the Old Testament, you'll be okay. The New Testament is what we live by today, okay? So yeah, don't bring up the Old Testament unless you have something good to say. So, those eyes are killing me so pretty. Catch a case looking asses. Don't worry about relaxing the Bible. It's a waste of time. No, the Bible is not a waste of time. Do you think ideas are invented by the mind or impressed upon the it? Say my name and I will subscribe. Melchizedek. Can you give me a shout out to my little brother? I do shout outs, but only if you give a donation. Literally. My eyes are good, yes. They look like the Blue Jolly Ranchers. That's what they say. It's an absolute joke. I'm an atheist, but I'm a friendly person. I think God will be forgiving. Yeah, I think so too. He's not going to forgive some people, though. He's not going to, well, he might. Okay, I can't say. Okay, God will forgive anyone. But it's not going to be good for a lot of these people that are teaching evolution to the children. A lot of these female teachers in the schools that teach evolution, and they tell people that the Bible's wrong. Because there's real teachers in school that tell kids that the Bible's wrong. These teachers, I believe most of them will be in hell. Okay? A lot of teachers will not make it to heaven. Because when I went to school, a lot of the teachers were evil, you know. They tried telling me that God wasn't real, that the Bible wasn't real. When I was in 3rd grade, and I went home and I told my grandpa that they said that the Bible's not real, you know. Yeah, they will brainwash your children. That's why I believe in homeschool. Okay, why just female? As I'd never had any male teachers. When I was younger, it was all female teachers. That's why. First grade, second grade, third grade, fourth grade, fifth grade, only female teachers. Okay? That's it. When I did become older and I started having male teachers, a lot of those guys were good. Yeah. I did have one bad male teacher, though. I did have one bad one. Yeah, one of them was really, really bad. What religion are you? Christian. Christian. Yo, I just gifted you 6,100. Yeah, thanks for like the 3 cents, 3.5 cents, bro. Thank you. It all adds up. The religion that praised the Father, Son, and Holy Ghost. So, now it is time to take some pre-workout. You got to get big, guys. Got to get big. Got to get jacked. All right? Do you ever study theology formally? No. No. I never studied at like a college or a university. And most of those places are going to teach you New Age theism, the New Age stuff. I don't believe in that anyways. I don't believe in any of this New Age religion, female pastors and stuff like that. Okay? If you study religion formally, you will not come to the truth, generally speaking. There are a few good Bible colleges out there, but most of them are going to be like New Age. So, yeah, you don't want to study religion formally because then you're going to end up like these guys on PBS they study religion and they're mostly anti-God, I want a religious university and studied it formally. Yeah, like I said, that's not good. What university did you go to? One of the good ones is Cincinnati Christian University. Cincinnati Christian University. Used to be called Cincinnati Bible College. That's one of the few good ones. Christianity is just one lie after another. Oh, please don't say that on here. People like to take payment, deceive neighbors, and are lowest on the low, aka some teachers. Yeah. Or like you, an idiot. Oh, shoot. This guy studied it formally. I went to a Judist school. Judist? I don't even know what that is. Judist. I'm willing to bet that that's satanic, but let's see. You said Judist. Is it Jewish? Like a Jewish school? That's what it is. I mean, that's got to be what it is. A Jewish. Yeah, you don't know. You did not. That's not good. That's not good. Judaism. Yeah. Judaism is a false religion. False religion. All right, come on, guys. Hit that subscribe button. Let's go. Can't even read what is going on about the Bible being true. How sad. Hey, dog, I'm new. What's up? What's up, dude? We're getting ready to do a live workout. I'm going to show you guys how to get jacked, how to get bigger arms, and how to get better forearms, biceps, triceps, shoulders. We're going to do the whole body today, all right? Except the legs. Always skip leg day, all right? Always skip leg day. And then I got some food for my post-workout meal. Yeah. I don't have a car, guys. I took my car to the mechanic, and he's going to fix it. I haven't felt... Wow. Come on, guys. Hit that subscribe button. Help me out. Every subscription really helps me out, guys. Really does. Come on. Come on, guys. Help me out. How often do you do fitness? No one likes you. Well, I'm sorry. How often do I do fitness? I usually will train twice a week. I'll do upper body once a week, and then I'll do lower body once a week. As long as you're going heavy, you're hitting all the muscles, you know, that's all you need. You can work out 2 days a week, and you'll see. I'll take my shirt off, and you'll see if I'm ripped or if not. Hat is on sideways. You don't like people saying Christianity is one big fat lie. You can say that all you want. What kind of watch are you wearing? I don't have one today. As a matter of fact, I sold my Seiko because I want to get a Breitling. I'm going to get when silver goes up a little bit more, I'm going to get a Breitling. So yeah, I got the chain. Now I just need the watch. So can you please Google what Jesuit is? Not Judaism. The Jesuits. Yeah, I don't really study the Jesuits, but I've looked into it before. What type of Breitling? I want to get a Chronomat Evolution. Breitling Chronomat Evolution. Possibly with the gold dial. But, you know, all Breitlings look pretty good. But yeah, the Breitling Chronomat Evolution. And I do plan on getting that within the next 6 months. When silver spikes up, that's when I'm going to get my Breitling. If it goes up enough, I'm going to get a Rolex. And then you guys are going to say, that's a fake Rolex. As soon as I got this chain, you said that's a fake chain. It is what it is, guys. The Society of Jesus is called Jesuit. Well, that's what they call themselves. It doesn't mean that doesn't mean they're correct. Just because they call themselves the Jesuits, the followers of Jesus. They follow Jesus in their own way, which is incorrect. It's not biblical. I think they're more like Old Testament. Extra chromosome. If you worked anywhere that isn't Best Buy, you could afford a watch. I have a watch. It's just not here. I'm not wearing it right now. I don't know where it went. I took it off. Society of Jesus is called Jesuit. Let me look that up. Jesuit. Jesuit. The Jesuits. Wikipedia. Society of Jesus is a religious order, clerics, pontifical right for men in the Catholic Church headquartered in Rome. Well, the Catholics are not Christian. These people might follow the Catholics. It was founded in 1540. Well, Christianity was founded right after Jesus died. So I think that is going to be more accurate. This thing was just founded in 1540, 1,500 years after the death of Jesus. What took them so long? You know, that's my first question. By Ignatius of Loyola and 6 companions with the approval of Pope Paul II. The Society of Jesus is the last religious order in the Catholic Church. Yeah, they're part of the Catholic Church. These people are wrong. You know, you should be Christian, not Catholic. Catholics and Christian are two different things. Catholics believe that they're Christians, but they actually don't follow the Bible. They make up their own Bible. It's the freaking Catholic Bible. They put their own beliefs in there. They make it up. You know, and I don't think Jesus would approve of a lot of the things that the Catholics are doing. Okay? What are your thoughts on tattoos? I'm against tattoos. Thanks, Kobe. I saw that. I appreciate you. I really do. You sent me 100. You're the man, Kobe. And I wish we could hang out and go to the gym today, but you know I got to work. You know, I got to work. So thank you for that donation, though. But generally speaking, with the tattoos, the more, you know, usually, you know, I tend to avoid women with tattoos because usually a woman will get a tattoo after she's had to suffer and endure some kind of pain. Usually it's after a breakup. And the more tattoos that a woman has, the more mental pain and anguish she has generally suffered through. Okay, so I like to say you know, tattoo, it's like a snake. You know how a snake has all these bright colors on it? That's a woman. A woman that gets all these tattoos, she turns evil like a snake. Yeah, and like I said, tattoos are a sign of mental pain. You don't want to be getting with these women that are having mental issues. You know, believe me, my sister has tons of tattoos. I believe she got many mental issues, and I've known many people with tattoos. And like I said, they get them after significant periods of trauma because they want to have this pain that takes away from this pain. You understand? So women like that pain. When they like those tattoos, that's a very bad sign. You do not want to date women with a lot of tattoos. If they have one or two, I mean, usually like a butterfly tattoo, that's a bad sign too. And if they have a tramp stamp, that is the worst. Okay? Let me tell you something else. Tattoo is a manly thing. It's not feminine. So a woman that gets a lot of tattoos, she's even more conforming to being a man. And there's more likely to be aggressive. Trust me, my sister has tattoos. She's very aggressive, very mean, very rude. And a lot of these people with tattoos, very bad. Okay? They've been through a lot of mental issues. So Jesus Christ died for your sins, and you should accept him, and you will live forever in heaven. Yeah. You don't even know what they are, and they certainly are not Old Testament LMAO. LMFAO. You couldn't even read the name a minute ago. How many blank do I do? None. Your Bible comes from the Catholic Bible, LOL. No, it does not. The King James was assembled from many different scriptures, and they deemed them, the ones that were used in the King James Version, they deemed these to be the most accurate scriptures at the time. Okay? And if there was any reason that a book should not be included, then, you know, obviously it wasn't included. So King James, yeah, he put together the best version of the Bible that we have, the most accurate. And I believe this is the true Bible. Yes, King James. So I'm an atheist, but I don't like to hate on religions. Wow. Shit, dude. You should, bro. Because all these religious people are just wasting their time. You're going to let them? You're not going to tell them that they're wrong? You got to stick by your beliefs. If you're an atheist, I think you should tell the Christians that they're wrong because they're wasting all of their whole life. Tell them the reasons why they're wrong. Make it a debate so that people can decide for themselves. Okay? I believe that you should come after Christians if you're an atheist and tell them why they're wrong. And then they should tell you why you're wrong. And hopefully you come over to our side. Hopefully you become a Christian, you know? We need to spark new debates. We can't just, you know, okay. The Ethiopian is the oldest Bible. Okay, well, they can have their Bible. I don't study their Bible. I don't care what the Ethiopians do. You should hate Christian guy before Christians. ZR is the name. Atheism is illogical. You need a presupposition for a metaphysical law. That presupposition is God. Thank you. Thank you. That's not hate. People love to talk about religion. They always do that. They always do that, you know. King James removed what they considered the Apocrypha 7 books, and that's it, dude. They started with the Catholic Bible and broke parts off. The Jesuits are older than King James. No. Catholicism came after Christianity. You see, the books in the Bible, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, they were all written within, we have very, very early copies of this, before the freaking Catholics were even thought of. The Catholics came at least a couple hundred years after the death of Jesus. But Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, they actually lived during the time of Jesus. During the time. The Catholicism broke off of Christianity because they wanted to change the way it was. Because they didn't like it. They wanted to change it and make it into their own. And now it's become just pure greed. It's just pure greed. And they freaking worship this Pope character. Why do you have a freaking Pope? That ain't biblical. Why do you baptize children? That ain't biblical. Because a child can't decide. Child can't decide. And the Bible actually warns us against repeating certain phrases over and over and over and over, like the rosary and praying to Mary. That's all stupid. That's nonsense. This is just stuff that's been passed down. And this Catholic Church is so greedy. I'm telling you, they're greedy. They got billions of dollars of stuff buried underground. Okay? Billions of dollars worth of rare artifacts. They're all about greed, you know? And getting all those people to donate millions of dollars and everything. Pope are king pedos. Yes. Why don't pray Mary LMAO? You literally haven't studied any of this. You don't pray to Mary. No, but they put her up on a pedestal. And they also have statues. The Bible warns against graven images. They have lots of different statues of all these. You know, there's a lot of stuff in the Catholic Bible that's bad. All right, guys, let's move on. So, yeah, that's my pre-workout. 30 viewers in here, guys. We ain't making no money. Let's go. We got to get rich, guys. Let's get rich. So we've got a lot of silver and gold information out there that you guys can study. Silver and gold are going to go crazy. The final shakeouts. Yeah. Here's gold. This is that when I woke up today, it was like boom, and then it just boom right back down. And now we're just chilling. Yeah. It's gonna chill here for a little while, and then it'll break out again. Once gold goes above it 4,400, then it's going up to 5,000, you know? And a lot of people don't even believe it's going to go to 5,000, and then 5,000 is nothing. How can they believe they can't even believe that gold's going to 5,000? That's sad, you know? Vatican City age of consent was 12 until 2013. That's messed up, dude. The age of consent was 12? Yeah. These people definitely are not Christian. I'll send 20 super chat if you can read all the chat for 10 minutes. Okay, send it. All right, that's my pre-workout, so I'm starting to feel pumped, I think, right now. Why did the Jews hang Jesus Christ? Confused. No, I'm not confused. Clock starts now. Okay. I didn't get 20 bucks, bro. I'll take 20 bucks for 10 minutes. It was the Romans. Well, Pontius Pilate made the decision to hang Jesus. But the Jews wanted, he had to appease the Jews. That's what they wanted, you know. He had to give them what they wanted. And then afterwards he washed his hands as if it wasn't him, as if he didn't do anything. But yeah, Pontius Pilate made the decision. Just to appease the Jews, you know. The only so I do have toothpicks. It's good. I'm trying to get my pay to 50 subscribers. Sweet. Yeah, good job. You'll get up there, dude. You'll get up to 50 subscribers easy. So let's see if we got any news on any stocks or anything. So we've got Trump media stock surges more than 40% on surprise merger. Trump Media Technology Group surged 41% after the parent company of Truth Social announced a merger with Fusion Power. The deal underscores a bet on the energy demands from AI and data centers and the technologies that could prevail. But yeah, stock skyrocketed today. But yeah, the S&P was up 79% or 53 points. The biggest winner today is technology, the NASDAQ. American Bitcoin mining company, ABTC, has dropped to $1.59. That might be a good buy. I haven't bought that one yet, but I think I'll probably pick some up. ABTC, okay? I think I'll probably pick that up. What else? Western Copper and Gold, WRN. That's up to $2.69. That one's doing really good. Hey, John, who is Christine? Or Samantha? Don't know. 120% for the year at least. VRNO. I follow this stock, VRNO. Venero Holdings. I think it's a semiconductor company. Yeah. Jeez, guys. Jeez, I knew this would happen. Check this one out. Advisor shares MEMECOINS. Daily leveraged ETF. Okay. Look at this drop today. And look over the past 5 days. Look at that drop. Boom. Wow. It's spiked up. Boom. Dang. See what they do? They run it up, try to get everybody excited. Oh, I'm going to buy it. I'm going to buy it. And then boom. You buy it right after you buy it, it crashes. And that's why I didn't want to buy it up there at a high price. I knew it was going to come down. I knew it would drop. So I would like to pick up MEMECOINS somewhere around $3 to $4. Okay. I really like it. MEMECOINS. But I still think it's a little bit too pricey now. Okay. GLDG might be a stock you should look into. Yeah, I heard about that one, yes. GLDG. Gold Mining Inc. I like it. I like it. I might have this one. I might already have this one. GLDG. Okay. I really like the name, Gold Mining Inc. And certainly this one could shoot up to $2 or $3. Certainly. So I'm going to buy this one. GLDG. I'm going to buy that one. Thank you. Good job. ISRL. Let me look that one up. ISRL. What you mean? What is it? ISRL. I can't find it. Does it have an F at the end of it? Yeah, it has the F. It has the F at the end of it. Israel Acquisitions Corp. This thing's probably going to skyrocket. Who knows? Israel Acquisitions Corp. What the heck is this? Israel Acquisitions operates as a blank check company. It was formed for the purpose of effecting a merger, share exchange, asset acquisition, share purchase, reorganization, or similar combination with one or more business assets. So it's some kind of a company that they're forming to merge with other companies. What does it have to do with Israel, bro? What is this thing? ISRLF. What is this? How do you know? Do you analyze or pure belief? Because if so, when is just pure luck? Well, how you know if a stock is going to move? It just comes with experience. And you have to keep an eye on what the insiders are doing. You have to look at the fundamentals of the company. And you have to look at, does this company have something that's very good? If they do, that means other people are going to want them. Other people are going to want to merge with them. So you got to look at the product that they sell, and then look at the management. Are the managers good? At Best Buy, they're not. So I don't expect Best Buy to stay in business very much longer, unless they fired their managers and hire new ones, So follow these people. What stocks do you own? I'm primarily in the gold and the silver space. If you want to know more about the stocks, join the Patreon. Looks like Pokemon Clothing is doing great. Are you No, I'm not. Nvidia shares $174. $174. Tesla is up $16 today. $483. My prediction on Tesla is $1,000. And I think we could hit $1,000 in 6 months. All gold. Yeah, I'm pretty much just all in gold right now because I knew that was going to be the play. That's why do you think my channel is John's Gold and Silver? I came out with that name like 3 years ago because I was trying to tell everybody about gold. I said, we're going to have a big move. And I was correct. So trying to help you guys out. Trying to help you out, bro. Hit that subscribe button. I'm really working hard for you guys. This is my day off too. And I'm still working. What's your opinion on the silver mining company, Pan American? Well, the price has already appreciated massively, but they have a dividend. What is it going for? Like 36? I'm going to guess it's 36.50. Let's take a look. PAAS. 50. Yeah. I mean, I got this one. It's a good one. I like it, That's why I bought it. So yeah, we broke out of that high at $34. It broke out. I didn't even see this one, but I'm making money on this one today. Yeah, I like it. It's got a dividend, I'm all for any gold and silver stock that pays a dividend. Okay. As long as it pays a dividend, you can hold on to it for a long time. And, where is this one going? Probably going to a couple $100 a share right now. Right now it's 49. It's probably going to 200, probably a couple hundred. And it's one of my favorite stocks, yes. But, right now I think, I want to put my money into the junior miners because I think that's the place to be. I'm gearing up for the mania phase, okay? So this one could still do a 4X, but the juniors can do an 80X, you know what I mean? So I'm not purchasing this one anymore. I have what I have, and I'm going to stick with it, I'm just going to keep what I got. Money with your Patreon. Yes, join the Patreon, bro. We got to get at least one new member every day. Because if no more people will join, what's your last crypto win? ICP. I sold it like $9. I sold it like $9.20. And then it crashed. Today it's down to $2 and something. So I'm buying back today. That was my last win, was ICP. And my biggest win of all time is probably going to be ICP in about 6 months. So I'm just loading up. I'm just loading up on that one. I'm buying as much as I can. How much can you really buy? I buy $100 worth of ICP every single week. It's like I want to get more, but I got to get more overtime at my job. I got to work more overtime. I'm buying as much ICP as I can possibly get. I'm going to start selling some of my silver stocks and buying ICP because the silver stocks have come up to here and ICP has come down to here. So that's time to pivot and make some major changes in our portfolios, I believe. Okay. So in the meme coins. Yes. I'm not about Bitcoin and Ethereum. I'm all about the memes. Yes. Because that's what the kids get most excited for. when the interest rates come down, there's going to be a lot of new money coming in. And right now, I think the insiders are scooping up the meme coins real cheap. And they're trying to get everyone to capitulate. They're trying to get all the newbies to sell. But when I'm telling people, don't sell. Don't sell out, Why would you give up? Why would you give up on crypto? Don't be a wimp. Yeah, see, he says it's over. That tells me it's not over. The more people that hate on crypto, the better it is. Just like the more people that hate on gold right now, the higher it's going to go. Okay? You got to have that wall of worry. And right now, crypto has the biggest wall of worry. Okay? That's why I love it. The further down crypto goes, the more I'm going to try to buy. Because I'm the smart money. I'm telling you right now, guys, I'm the smart money. I'm coming up. I learned the hard way. Trucker Power Toothpicks. This guy is down so bad. Well, like I said, I sold all of my crypto last December, and I started buying it back. And I'm actually down too. Yeah, I'm down too. I'm down on every single crypto that I have. Well, except, I took a lot of profit before in December, but since I've been buying back, I'm down on every single crypto. Well, my ICP, I sold that at 9 and I'm buying it back. I mean, I did quite well. But right now, my account, it looks red. It's very bad. But that makes me very happy because I'm a long-term investor. If you're a long-term investor, you should not be scared by the lower price of SHIBAINU or Doge or Pepe or Bonk. You should be excited because you can get these cryptos so cheap now. This is you guys always want a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. This is it. You don't understand. Look at this one. I'll show you one that I really like, guys. Ronin, right here. Ronin. 14 cents. You can see it comes down to this level here. Pops up, comes down. So as we can see, this looks like the bottom here. The bottom, and right here, the bottom. So bottom. So life only gives you so many chances, so many opportunities to buy assets at a discounted price. But the problem is when those assets are actually at a discounted price, people say, oh, I'm scared. I don't want any more. I don't want any more of it. And then they say, oh, maybe I should sell everything that I have. No. When you see a discounted price, you gotta train your mind to get excited. So all my crypto is down right now. I'm happy. I don't care because I just know I'm going to keep on buying more. I have a lot of Bitcoin. Should I sell or hold on? I have had it for years now. Well, you should have sold it. I teach you guys to sell on the way up. How much did you sell on the way up when Bitcoin is rising up to 126? How much did you sell there? Did you sell on the way up? If you didn't sell on the way up, why would you sell on the way down? You already made a fucking mistake that you didn't sell on the way up. You didn't sell in tranches on the way up. But now when it's coming down, you want to sell it. Don't you see how your thinking is flawed? I think you should be trying to buy more crypto. Okay? But, honestly, I don't like Bitcoin. I would, if it were me, I would sell that Bitcoin and put all that money into the meme coins. Yeah, that's what I would do. I would dump that Bitcoin. I'd buy a bunch of gold, a bunch of silver, meme coins, gold and silver juniors, and I would buy some crazy meme stocks like DJT and stuff like that. Yeah, dude, why would you sell on the way down? Stupid. That's what everybody does. They sell on the way down. Sell it on the way up. You got to learn, change your way of thinking. Okay? It will go back up. Yeah, I think it'll go back up. Yes. If you bought it at 17K, you're still massively in the green, So you didn't sell any on the way up. That's okay. I don't mean you're really stupid. You just got greedy. You got greedy because you thought it was going to keep on going. That's okay. It happens. It happens to me. It does. Bitcoin's up from my understanding. Yes, you have a good understanding. I sold all my Bitcoin and put it in Haktua. Wow. Do you believe we are in a bear market? No. This is called a shakeout. It's we're in a bull market, but this is a shakeout. It's a big shakeout. Yeah. Everything is in a bull market, guys. Everything. Even Bitcoin. Look at it. It's $80,000. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. You know? But it looks like the meme coins are definitely going through a really bad bear market, but I think it's going to be short-lived. I don't think this bear market's going to last much longer because I think that they're going to lower the rates a lot more than people think because we're getting bad news, unemployment and inflation data. Okay? They're both bad. We have high unemployment, high inflation. That means a recession's coming. They're going to have to print more money. Printing money is always bullish. It always creates that risk-on environment. So I don't know how much longer the meme coins are going to stay down, but we have to take advantage of this. We got to take advantage of these low prices. Shiba Inu. Shiba Inu. I told you guys, silver and Shiba. I was right about silver. I'm going to be right about Shiba too. All right, Shiba Inu. If space-time is discrete at the smallest scale, I don't agree with that. Does our experience of continuity reveal reality? I don't agree with that. Bitcoin is on hell of a roller coaster. Hurt so good. Shiba Shiba. Shiba Inu. Yeah. I might even sell some of my silver ETF and buy more Shiba. As a matter of fact, I just did some of that. I sold a little bit of my silver ETF and I bought some of these gold and silver penny stocks. Okay. So yes, the silver ETF is skyrocketed. So I'm taking a little bit of profit off the top and I'm reinvesting that money on the junior miners. Okay. Because I want those explosive gains. I want that excitement when that time comes. I want to look at my phone and be like, wow, I'm up 100,000 today. That's what you get when you get into the junior mining sector, the penny stocks. Okay. So where do you see Shiba going? I see it doing a 10x. I see it doing a 10x. Okay. Penny metal is 400%. Pokemon equals EBT. Yeah. All right, guys. Take the rest of this, and then we're gonna start. I'm gonna shut this off, and then I'm gonna come back for the workout. Okay. Okay, guys. I'm gonna shut you guys off now. I'll be back in 10 minutes, and we're gonna do a live workout. So if you guys want to learn about weightlifting, hit that subscribe button. Okay. Hit that subscribe button right now, and then come back. We're gonna get jacked. I'm going to show you guys how to get big, all right? Let's get excited.